So I've built many UFOs, but sadly, none of them actually float. But that is all changing today because I came up with the perfect mechanic. We're gonna build an actually floating UFO, and the way we're gonna do it is using magnets. All right, now first things first, we're gonna build this thing without any of the fancy stuff, because a UFO just stands for unidentified flying object. So, all we need to do is actually build anything that just floats, and it should be a UFO, but of course, we're gonna make it look cool later. So yeah, for example, there is, a pretty easy way to make things generally float. I mean, theoretically, all you have to do is simply place a magnet and drop a block on top. And as you can see, it's currently floating. But this right here, it wouldn't work very well at all. Because currently, if anything touches it, it turns into an absolute... this thing will kill you if this gets anchored. Look at this. This right here is not what we want. This is a pretty glitched block. Oh my god. Okay, I'm dead. Oh, I survived. So yeah, we're gonna have to do something a little bit more advanced. And actually, I think I have the perfect idea in mind. Because our UFO just simply needs to be heavier at the bottom than the top. So that way, it's actually being weighed down. At least, that's what I thought. So let's actually test that out before... I completely messed that up. All right, so we have the heaviest block and the lightest block. So we just made our own new block, which is very light at the top, but very heavy at the bottom. And let's just say, because a UFO is kind of big at the top, it's got like a little funky shape. It's a little something like so. Then we have the glass on top. That right there is looking a little something like a UFO. Obviously, we're going to make it look a lot better. But let's see if we can make this thing properly float. All right, so here's our magnet. All right, there you go. So that right there is right above the actual magnet. And what if I just, I don't know, build a tiny little car for the magnet itself? Okay, here we go. This is gonna be our first test. So if this is a complete disaster, this would be pretty bad. All right, then here we go. Unanchor the whole thing. Oh, okay. Floats. Oh, it's floating. Oh, wait a second. Oh my god, this actually could not have gone any better. That looks amazing. I was actually not expecting that. Honestly, I was kind of expecting a failure. I even had a backup plan just in case. Dude, that looks so cool because it's all floaty and stuff. Dude, if this thing was driving around, okay, I gotta weigh it down a little bit more. It's still a little bit too floaty, but still, that is so much better than I expected it would be. Okay, right now it's completely upside down though, so that is not what you want to have. Oh, but it corrected itself. Oh my god, this is so good. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now is I'm actually gonna really quickly move that out of the way. We're gonna take like what? We're gonna take 4 of these blocks, clone them all inside of each other. All right, so that's 4 times the amount of blocks. And in theory, that right there should float like even more like smoothly. Yeah, that right there is looking a little bit better already. Oh, dude, that is so good. Oh, I lost the UFO. I lost the UFO! Okay, so there's actually a glitch that you can do that could totally fix our problems. Actually, a shout out to Liege North. I literally just remembered this mechanic and checked this video on how to do it. So if you want to properly figure out how to do all this sort of stuff, check that out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a little sum of so, and then anchor off, and clone, delete all this. So yeah, in theory, this magnet right here can never lose these blocks. These are like forever connected because I actually cloned it and then did a couple other things. And then, yeah, now as you can see, even if I deactivate the magnet, it will still return. Yeah, look! Oh my god, it's perfect! Yes! Oh, this is amazing. Okay, so we have the problem figured out that the UFO just simply can get disconnected from the actual floating mechanic. But currently, the floating mechanic kind of sucks. It's kind of just standing there in place, and I have a pretty cool idea of how we can actually make it so that the UFO is a little bit more dynamic. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take all of this stuff and actually move it up like a good bit. So we got a little bit of space to work with. All right, so we take 2 pistons right here, and we're gonna make a little clock right here, right next to it. All right, here, let's try it out. So let's see what this does. So it kind of starts pushing. Okay, so it's kind of like doing a little something like funky. Like it's looking a little bit floaty. I think if we speed this up, it'll already look better. 0.2. Oh yes, look! It's like bobbing up and down. That is exactly what I wanted. Okay, but right now it's a little too fast. What if I set the speed to 1? Okay, that's looking better, but now these need to slow down. So yeah, now you might think to yourself, Jesse, you could have just done this with only a single piston, but right now, actually, if I quickly move all of that stuff out of the way, as you can see, it's kind of like, not just like going up and down constantly, it's kind of like staying in place from time to time. So yeah, that right there is exactly what I want. Now, I might just set this length to a lot less, like 2. Yeah, oh, that's perfect. Okay, so in theory, all we should have to do is actually connect this stuff. Okay, so that right there is connected. Oh, it's so perfect. You know what? I might actually just be confident enough to actually start making the UFO look good. Like, I think we might have it here, man. Now, at the end, I'll place one of those on there, so that way we can actually see what the UFO is seeing. But yeah, this should be perfect. All right, now, for the aesthetics of it, I could either keep it kind of blocky, kind of like what we have right here. But honestly, I think we might just go all out and make it look really, really sick. I don't know if I want to make it too round. Actually, I'll go with something a little bit less precise. Of course, it'll still be a circle because it's a freaking UFO. Okay, I think that right there will actually look perfect. A little bit less perfect, you know? Usually I make a perfect circle, but it looks kind of bad in my opinion. Yeah, that right there is looking amazing. All right, now all I need to do is place this right here. And the way I can make it look like there's a little room inside of there is just simply making it go down right there. Okay, gotta be darker. All right, now on the inside right here, I'll actually place the camera. I think it'll look pretty cool like that. Kind of like almost like technical and stuff. Yeah, I think this right here will look a lot better than if I made everything absolutely perfect. Oh, that's looking so cool. It's a little too tall still. Actually, is it? No, it's not. Actually, yeah, it is. Okay, that right there is amazing looking. Now, what I can do is I can just copy this one and just put it on the bottom, but green. And in theory, that should look like the actual beam. Okay, that right there looks kind of bad, though. Yeah, that's not it. Yeah, it just needed a bit of an angle. So that right there is already looking a whole lot better. I might even say that right there is looking really freaking good. Dude, that right there is looking so clean. Okay, we got to weigh this thing down properly now. So we're going to move that back in place. And actually, that just needs to be invisible. It just needs to exist. So that way the whole thing stays in balance, but it doesn't actually need to do anything. All right, there you go. Oh, dude, this thing is so clean. All right, now I think that is the whole thing done. All right, so let's try it out. Unanchor the whole thing. Actually, we should have activated this first. Make sure it's connected. Okay, it's floating. We're going to take that. We're going to clone that. Okay, perfect. All right, now in theory, when we actually drive this around, we can lose one of them. I broke the wrong one. Oh my God. I forgot to anchor it out first. Okay, but dude, that is totally going to work. All right, so first we take it all, anchor it off, and then we clone it. All right, there you go. That's what you're supposed to do. And this thing, we move and we can just delete that one. All right, select all, unanchor, and it should. Ah, wait, that's not connected. Oh my God. I do that one more time. This time it's not messed up. Well, clone that, move this out of the way, and this is garbage. We kill it. All right, then unanchor this, and there it is, baby. It totally worked. Oh my God. Okay, we activate that, and that's gonna start the bobbing up and down. Oh, dude, that is so cool. Okay, everything else goes invisible, dude, and there we go. Oh my God, we now have an actually floating UFO, man. Dude, that is so cool. Oh, wait, the whole thing flipped upside down. Okay, I fixed it. Oh my God, that was almost really bad. So this entire thing can pretty much be collision off, and that actually makes the whole thing even more floaty. I don't know which way is front, actually. That's the only difficulty right now. I don't really know where the front is. Okay, so now I know where the actual cart is, so I can at least direct this thing around. But dude, this is so freaking cool. Now we can sneak up on anyone and just see what they're doing. So is anyone building something? Oh my God, wait, the pink team is actually heading through the water. Wait, what are they doing over there? What the heck is that? Bro, that looks weird as heck, man. Now, just because I'm curious, I'm going to try making my way to the end. This is going to go horribly. This thing is not made for power. It is strictly made for spying on people. Oh God, we're already hitting rocks. Oh God, it's a bumpy ride. Dude, how are we actually avoiding most of the rocks? Oh, we just hit a bunch of stuff. Oh my goodness me. Okay, come on. Oh, come on. We got to make it through. We're actually doing pretty good though. I didn't think we were going to get this far. This ain't all that bad at all. Oh God, we just lost the wheel. Okay, steering is going to become more challenging. We're under the ground. We just went underneath the ground. Oh God, this is bad. Oh, I don't know if we're going to make it much further. Oh, we're back on the ground. Oh, and we're dead. Oh, we're so dead. Yep, that's it, man. Oh my God, dude, that's amazing. Well, that's how you can build yourself a working floating UFO.